everyone, welcome back to FactsFever. Today, we're diving into 50 crazy, surprising, and mind-blowing facts from science, history, space, animals, and more. Trust me, you won't believe some of these. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Let's kick things off with some general knowledge that will make you rethink everything. Did you know that bananas are technically berries, but strawberries, ironically, are not? It's all about how the fruit develops from the flower's ovary. And speaking of nature, there are more trees on Earth than there are stars in the entire Milky Way galaxy. We're talking trillions of trees versus billions of stars. Mind-boggling, right? Now, let's talk about octopuses. These fascinating creatures have not one, not two, but three hearts to pump blood through the gills, and one pumps it to the rest of the body. Here's a sweet fact. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Lastly, for this section, let's head to Venus. A single day on Venus, which is one full rotation, is longer than its entire year, which is its orbit around the sun. Imagine a day that never seems to end. Now let's turn inward and explore the amazing human body. Your brain, while only about 2% of your body weight, is a real energy hog. It uses about 20% of your body's total energy and oxygen. And here's a fun one. Humans share about 60% of their DNA with bananas. Yes, you heard that right, bananas. It shows just how interconnected all life on Earth is. Have you ever wondered how many smells you can recognize? Your nose is an incredible scent detector, capable of remembering up to 50,000 different scents. Meanwhile, your heart is working tirelessly, beating around 100,000 times every single day. That's over 36 million beats a year. And if you ever dream of being an astronaut, you might get a little taller. In the microgravity of space, the cartilage discs in your spine expand, making you grow slightly. All right, animal lovers, this section is for you. Let's start with a trip back in time. Sharks have been swimming in our oceans for at least 450 million years, which means they existed before trees evolved on Earth. Talk about ancient. Now for something a bit slower. Did you know a snail can sleep for up to 3 years? They do this to survive unfavorable conditions, like drought. Moving on to some incredibly intelligent animals. Dolphins actually have names for each other. They use unique whistles to identify and call out to specific individuals in their pod, and it seems friendship isn't just a human thing. Cows form strong bonds and have best friends within their herd. They even get stressed when they are separated. And finally, a little romance from the animal kingdom. Gentoo penguins propose to their mates by presenting them with a pebble. If the female accepts the pebble, they build a nest together. Let's blast off into the cosmos for some truly out-of-this-world facts. First up, if you were floating in space, you wouldn't hear a thing. Space is a vacuum, so there's no medium for sound to travel through, making it completely silent. Now, let's talk scale. Our sun is so massive that you could fit 1 million Earths inside it. It's hard to even comprehend that size. But what about density? A tiny piece of a neutron star, just a teaspoonful, would weigh billions of tons. It's one of the densest objects in the universe. And if you think there's a lot of sand on Earth's beaches, think again. There are more stars in the observable universe than there are grains of sand on all the beaches and deserts on our entire planet. Finally, a footprint left on the moon by an Apollo astronaut will likely stay there for millions of years because there's no wind or water to erode it away. Time for a history lesson, but not the boring kind. Let's start with a timeline shocker. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, lived closer in time to the moon landing than she did to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Next, Oxford University is so old that it was already established and teaching students for hundreds of years, before the Aztec Empire was even founded in 1428. Here's a bizarre one. Napoleon Bonaparte, the great military commander, was once attacked by a horde of rabbits during a hunt. They swarmed him and his men, and he had to make a hasty retreat. And did you know that Vikings, fierce as they were also practical? They kept cats on their longships, not just as pets, but to control mice and other pests. Lastly, the shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896. It lasted just 38 minutes before Zanzibar surrendered. Let's boot up some technology facts. The very first computer mouse wasn't sleek and plastic. It was invented in the 1960s and was made of wood, with 2 metal wheels underneath. How about this one? The entire internet, all the data flowing through it at any given moment, weighs about as much as a single strawberry. This is based on the weight of the electrons in motion that make up the data, and the amount of data is growing at an insane rate. Over 90% of all the world's data was created in just the last few years. Before we had smartphones, we had alarm clocks, but the first one, invented in 1787, was not very user-friendly. It could only be set to ring at 4 a.m. And a final tech throwback, email was actually invented and used for years before the World Wide Web as we know it even existed. Let's come back home and appreciate our own planet. Earth isn't a perfect sphere like a marble. Due to its rotation, it bulges slightly at the equator and is squished at the poles, making it an oblate spheroid. Feeling rich, there's enough gold deep inside Earth's core to coat the entire surface of the planet in a layer 1.5 feet deep. The problem is, we can't get to it. When you think of a desert, you probably picture hot sand, but the largest desert in the world is actually Antarctica. A desert is defined by its low precipitation, and Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. Our planet is also incredibly electric. Lightning strikes the Earth's surface about 100 times every single second. And despite all our exploration, we are just scratching the surface. More than 80% of our own ocean remains unexplored, unmapped, and unseen by human eyes. Feeling hungry? Let's talk food. Believe it or not, chocolate was once so valuable that the Aztec and Mayan civilizations used cacao beans as a form of currency. You could literally buy things with chocolate. Ever wondered why apples float? It's because they are about 25% air, which makes them less dense than water. And those orange carrots we eat today? They haven't always been that color. Carrots were originally purple, yellow, and white. The Dutch cultivated the orange variety in the 17th century. If you love pineapple, be patient. This tropical fruit takes about 2 years to grow and mature. And for a strange but true fact, the single most stolen food item in the world is cheese. Apparently, there's a huge black market for it. Time for some random crazy facts that are guaranteed to make you say, wow. First, try this right now. You can't hum while holding your nose closed. Go on, give it a try. It's because humming requires you to exhale air, which you can't do if your mouth and nose are blocked. Next, wombats, those adorable Australian marsupials, have cube-shaped poop. Scientists believe this helps them mark their territory, as the flat-sided cubes don't roll away. Here's a hot one. A bolt of lightning is actually 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. We're talking temperatures of around 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's talk about the ultimate survivor, tardigrades, also known as water bears. These microscopic creatures can survive extreme conditions, including the vacuum and radiation of outer space. And finally, a fact about you. Your stomach produces strong acid to digest food, so to protect itself, it grows a completely new lining every few days. And now, for our final 5 bonus facts to completely blow your mind. The number of possible unique games of chess is greater than the number of atoms in the entire observable universe. It's a concept called the Shannon number, and it's astronomically huge. Some species of turtles, like the Fitzroy River turtle, have a very special skill. They can breathe through their butts. This process is called cloacal respiration. The famous Eiffel Tower in Paris actually grows taller in the summer. The iron structure expands with the heat, causing it to increase in height by up to 6 inches. Believe it or not, humans actually glow in the dark. We emit a very small amount of visible light through a process called bioluminescence, but it's 1,000 times too faint for our eyes to see. And finally, no matter how fast you run, your shadow is always faster. The moment you move, your shadow moves with you instantly, traveling at the speed of light. And that's 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who loves facts, and subscribe to FactsFever for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.